First time go. First time go. Oh, I hit the lamp. I'm counting that. I'm counting it. Welcome back to the channel. Woo! Today's video, we're gonna try to make this Cobb SF Airbox fit in the Subaru with the ETS front mount intercooler piping. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I have an angle grinder, so anything can fit, right? All right, welcome back. Hey, shout out to anyone else out there who skateboards. Back in high school, big vert skateboarder to be specific. Street, not my forte. Not my cup of tea. I don't even like tea. So like I was saying, we're gonna get that airbox, or we're gonna significantly try to get that Cobb SF Airbox to fit in the car. The only reason I'm trying this is because I saw a picture on ETS's Instagram story that someone got that to fit. I don't know how. I also don't have precise cutting tools. I know this. All I have is an angle grinder and a bench grinder. So I have some cutoff wheels. So we'll try to cut it up, see what happens. I don't know. Also, I just got my new mic today. This is the Video Road Pro Plus. So if you guys notice an increase in the audio quality, drop it below and let me know. Like I always try to do, I always try to improve quality of the channel with better recording equipment. I need to get a different Joby because this one significantly does not support the weight of the EOS R, especially when I get the battery grip for it this week. It's gonna be, be a heavy ass camera. So I'm gonna get the Subaru pulled into this here garage and we're gonna start tearing it apart. Damn push to start, I always forget my key. Boop. Good enough for government work. All right, guess let's pop the hood and just jump into it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm gonna unplug this guy first, the MAF sensor. I can unplug it, there we go. All right, MAF sensor's unplugged. I'm gonna take out the intake. So, this box needs to go in like that. Do I need to like scoopity doop it up and under and around? This intercooler piping is quite the interesting feat. How did he get this to fit? So in the photo that I saw, he had all the top tabs still on with the lid on this. So maybe I just start cutting away at this entire backside here. Maybe that's what I'll do. And then if I can get that, maybe I can, ooh! And then if I undo this intercooler piping, maybe I can have it come down through that box and put the lid on top. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna move the camera. We're gonna cut a giant hole in this backside here. I'm either gonna ruin this SF intake box or make it work. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. My apologies. I totally forgot to hit record, but we made a cut. I don't think you'd want to listen to me cutting this giant hole in the airbox here, but we got that guy cut and we got this piece out with the angle grinder. I'm gonna throw this guy on the bench grinder and try to deburr these cuts here, so that way I'm not cutting myself when putting this in. So pop over to the bench grinder and see if I can get this guy going. This won't even fit on the bench grinder, so I'm gonna take a file. I'm just gonna run through here and just deburr this real quick. Look at that. No more sharp edges. So the whole reason that I'm deburring this, for those who don't know, is when you cut metal, you get all these sharp edges along them. I've had enough metal splinters in my life, cut fingers. It's not worth bleeding out over. So grab yourself a file, just file it. This is aluminum, so it doesn't take long to get smooth. But now that we've got this cut, let's go test it in the car. All right, first things first, I gotta remove this top piece of the intercooler piping, so luckily it's only 2 bolts here. So the intercooler piping here, this whole corner of the box is in the way. But I think if I cut off this corner right here, it'll work. But I lose this tab up here, but I still have these 3, so I think I'll be good. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna just straight send it and cut off this whole corner. Right. Guy's deburred, ready to go. I guess we'll try to test fit him again. This is a dilemma. I need to trim this box a little bit more where the intake comes in. So I'm gonna get it cut up some more and try again. Not done yet. I still have the intake track portion to figure out, so I'm gonna grab that and see if I can even fit that in here, because I know there's like a little snorkel guy that's got to like squeeze down there. I cut a little portion of the backside of this track off, not much. You guys didn't really need to see me cut it, but after trimming it, it does fit. All right, got the lid. I lost a pen, so I'm gonna have to use a screwdriver to mark this, but I can already see, where's that other screw hole? There's a screw hole down here somewhere. Okay, this guy's gonna have to come out real quick. So we've got 3 screw holes left. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, the Cobb logo is getting cut off. Sorry, Cobb. I tried. So I'm just gonna cut it diagonally right here. So I'm gonna take that screwdriver. Right there. So, right where that cut is, whoop, right where this cut is right here is where I'm gonna go cut it. So I'm gonna cut it on the angle grinder, bring it back, and we'll try to get it fitted again. There we have it, guys, it's in there. So as you can kind of see, I totally cut out that whole back corner. But I was able to get the snorkel back in and the airbox back in. A little bit of modification is required to fit these 2 components because they're a little tight down there. But it works. I don't know how effective this will be or how efficient it'll be, but I know it'll be better than not running an airbox at all, because my heat soak was awful. Oh, I'm kicking drills. So it doesn't look terribly bad either. At least the cuts are straight. In the future, I'm gonna grab some black paint and pull this guy back out and paint this, so that way these don't rust. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I'll report back on the temperature difference with this. Right now, my air intake temperature, I can't even give an accurate reading because it's been heat soaking so bad off of the MAF that I have no idea. Like I said, I still need to move the IAT sensor up into the intercooler piping, but I approve. I think it looks half decent and better than no airbox at all. So there you have it, everyone. The Cobb SF Airbox will fit with the ETS intercooler piping with some modification. Just to give you a little bit of reference, this is how much of the airbox I cut out. So we have 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece, 5 piece, 6 piece. This is between the airbox and the air tract, or the swoopy duct, the air duct right there. So it does fit. Like I said, I'll report back with the temperature differences. Right now, it's a little subjective. So normally it's about 15 to 20 degrees above ambient temperature on a normal driving day. If it's nice and crisp outside, which I like, who doesn't like some crispy temperatures? It's about 10 degrees above ambient, so we'll find out what happens. Anyways, as always, I appreciate the time everyone spends here. If you like the video, go ahead and smash the like button. If you so desire. I'm not gonna make, this camera's getting heavy too, so I need to wrap this up. And if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. I got some JDM parts coming this week. Who doesn't like JDM parts? And it's gonna be a little bit of a custom install because they're not supposed to fit with some of the other parts that I have, but we're gonna make them fit. So, thanks for spending time here as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies. Woo!